So, I wanted to make this video tomorrow, but I thought it'd be funny making it in the dark, because then you can't see all my hand motions, and all my gestures and everything. I make lots of those. We're going to talk about glasses here for a moment, because there are huge misconceptions with glasses. The funny thing is that when you talk to a person with glasses, you ask them, are you aware that a human being can only focus on a 5mm surface area of any object, regardless of the distance? And none of them say yes, because they don't know that. And no human being can focus on a larger surface area than 5mm squared, regardless of the distance of the object. Sure, you can regard things and take them into pretty clear perception for a brief period of time, but it's an incredible amount of strain on your eyes to absorb that much light simultaneously, especially when they're not actually focused on something, they're just like gaping open. It's not very good for your eyes. I once talked to a girl. She said, I don't understand how that can be safe to drive like that. And well, frankly speaking, you still have the rest of your vision and your perception. I mean, you have basically a 178-degree view from ear to ear. Everything in front of you still see it, just because you're only focusing on a small little dot, which gives you perfect definition, which causes everything else to come into standard definition. So that's kind of interesting. But it's important to understand the definitions of words, right? Because glaring at something, gazing at something, peering at something, viewing something, mirroring something, seeing something, looking at something, they all mean something different. Perceiving something. I think that's a skunk in the ditch. Yeah, it is. I was walking right past him. That was kind of not funny. Anyways, so the reason why it's easier to wear glasses for a lot of people is because it forces you to focus. And not only does it force you to focus, you're then looking at the lens of your glasses, and you're actually just looking at the information that's coming through the glass on your glasses. So it's like looking through a microscope or a telescope. You're only looking at a 5mm squared surface area, and that's what those people are doing. All that. So it's a little bit more complicated than that. When you're wearing glasses, it's like you're taking vision for granted, because when you look at things, you actually have to take the initiative to focus. Every single time you adjust your eyes, whether you're adjusting your eyes like 5mm to the left, 2mm farther, every single time you blink, every single time you look somewhere, you actually have to take the personal initiative to focus. Your eyes don't focus for you. God doesn't focus for you and deliver you perception. It's something you have to do yourself. It's a choice that you make. And you have to make the choice to look at a 5mm squared surface area of something. And if you're not doing that, you're just looking in the general direction of something. And if you just allow your eyes to half-heartedly focus, because it's habitual for you, then everything else comes into a very clear picture, because your eyes are focused in the manner by which they need to in order for your brain to coordinate an image. So, yeah, it's kind of bizarre, because people that habitually dismantle their responsibilities to pardon themselves or to explain themselves or to be logical or to acknowledge that the world doesn't just want to kiss their ass, or that they actually do have responsibilities and there are consequences to actions. People that like to schleff all that stuff, or have self-pity or self-enmity, or that there's something going on with them where they have some form of an insolence syndrome, well, then you're going to end up with people that don't even want to take the time to look for themselves. They can't see. And that's good that they can't see, frankly speaking. But that's what it is. And that's why people wear glasses. Now, sure, there are some people with deformed eyes and stuff. I'm not talking about the shape of your retina. But that's why people wear glasses. Because they don't realize that you can only focus on a 5mm squared surface area of any object, and by doing so, everything else comes into about a 75 to a 98% perfect true definition quality by default. So when you're regarding someone, you can see both their eyes, their eyelashes and their eyebrows in like pretty damn good definition, like 98%. You don't get the whole face, so you can add their nose in there. You can regard someone's hair So their whole hair comes into what looks like a 99% definition perfectly. And it doesn't come with their face, it doesn't come with the background or their ears, it's just their hair. And you get all of their hairs on their entire head in true definition. Your eyes can do amazing things. You can actually zoom in on an object, which will actually cause it to appear to be larger in your perception than it does like when you're standardly looking at things. Than it would as a standard when you're looking at it. Because everything kind of just looks standard. You can zoom in on things with your eyes. It's possible. So it's just, I don't know, glasses are a big one. I feel bad for people that feel like they need glasses, because that's just like saying that they don't want to take responsibility for themselves. Or like they're excusing themselves or dismissing themselves, or like they've been a victim of something. Or like they have some reason that you should pity them. Anyways, take off your glasses, look, and form the experiments necessary to prove that. Just talk with all different kinds of people. And scientific experiments are really, really easy to produce. All you have to do is remember that you're producing facts. The objective is to produce a fact. A fact is an objective piece of data, not a subjective piece of data. If you're producing subjective pieces of data, that's not an experiment. Peace. Good night.